Morning students. In today's class we are going to study about the developmental stages of a monocot embryo. Then we will be discussing the formation of seed and fruit. So today we start with the development of, we were discussing embryogenesis, and in this topic there are two types of studies, like one in the case of a dicot embryo. This we have completed, the dicot embryo, and the next one is in the case of a monocot embryo, development of monocot embryo. So in today's class we will be discussing the development of monocot embryo today. Why it is called monocot? Because in these only one cotyledon is present. So we start with the development stages of a monocot embryo. See, before the embryo formation, what has happened, that a diploid structure in the form of a zygote was formed. 2n zygote was formed, and this 2n zygote will go under, this is a single celled structure, and this single cell structure is going to get divided repeatedly by a process of mitosis or mitotic division to form a cluster of cells, a mass of cells, which will result into the formation of a embryo. So how the embryogenesis takes place in a monocot plant? So it starts with transverse mitotic divisions. They take place, and one time mitotic division will result into the formation of a two-celled stage. These will be the two cells. In order to locate the structure inside the female gametophyte, we need to mention the ends. So this becomes the chalazel and this becomes the micropylar. So here it is the chalazel, one is the micropylar. So what we see here, one cell is formed at the chalazel and one cell is formed at the micropylar end. This is again followed by, this is the first division, it is followed by the second division, and that will result into the formation of a three-celled structure, not four-celled. Reason why, out of these two, only one is going to get divided, the next one will not divide. So if only one will divide, so one will remain as such, at the micropylar it will remain as such, and at the chalazel this cell will divide to form two cells. So what we find here, we find a three-celled structure by the second mitotic division. This is second mitotic division, and in this division, which cell has gone under division? The cell which is towards the chalazel. The cell which is towards the micropylar does not divide. So if it will not divide, it will remain as such. It will form a three-celled structure. And in this, what we find here, this is the chalazel, this is the micropylar. So the cell which is towards the micropylar is called as the basal cell, and the cell which is towards the chalazel is called as the terminal cell. And if we do recall what has happened in the dicot plant, so there only two-celled structure was formed in the form of a basal cell towards micropylar and terminal cell at the chalazel. But here three cells are forming. The cell which is in this middle is called as the middle cell. This is called as the middle cell. So this is the outcome of the second mitotic division. And now we will be proceeding the further process of embryogenesis from this structure. So in embryogenesis of a monocot, we have reached up to a three-celled structure. This is the basal, this is the middle, and this is the terminal. Here is the chalazel, here is the micropylar. Now, what is the fate of these three cells in the embryogenesis process of a monocot plant? This one is going to form the cotyledon. We have written cotyledon, not cotyledons. Reason? Only one cotyledon will be forming. So the cell which is towards the cell, this one, which is this cell. This is the terminal cell. The terminal cell will divide continuously and will be responsible for the formation of the cotyledon, single cotyledon. The middle cell, this one, is responsible for almost all the structures of a monocot embryo and then the monocot seed. It is going to form the plumule. Actually, it is not called plumule, but we have written plumule. What is the another name? We will be mentioning it afterwards. It will form the radicle. It is also not called radicle. It is actually called as collutyl and collurizza. But that we are going to mention afterwards. So it will form plumule part of the embryo. It will form the radicle part of the embryo. It will form the embryonical axis. Embryonical axis. It will form the embryonical node. It will form the epicotyle, and also it will form the hypocotyle. And along with that, there is one more which has to be mentioned, and the suspensor. All these structures are going to be formed from the middle cell. Actually, why we have written suspensor at the last? Because suspensor was forming from the, this one is which cell? This is the basal cell. So the basal cell was responsible for the formation of suspensor in a diploid. Whereas in a monocot seed, the middle cell, the basal cell is of no use here. Basal cell will not form any of the structure in the embryo. Whatever is forming is from the middle cell, and the cotyledon is forming from the terminal cell. The plumule part, the radical part of the embryo, that is actually the collutyl and collurizza. I should write its name. Also called as collutyl and collurizza. Right. And the embryonical node, embryonical axis, epicotyle, hypocotyle, and the suspensor is formed into middle cell. Basal cell will not form anything. Is it clear, students? Right. Now, further we are going to see the developmental process in detail now. So, you please write down all these names. The fate. This will come under the topic. What is the fate of these three cells? Is in future what they are going to form. This is important. It could be asked in an examination. What is the fate of terminal cell in the monocot? What is the fate of middle cell? What is the fate of the basal cell? Clear? Completed now? Then afterwards we see the developmental process. So for this purpose I will be rubbing the names here now. Do remember these, what is going to happen in future. Now, when this will divide after the continuous process of mitotic divisions, what actually will happen? So, the basal will remain basal. So, I have drawn basal in this way now. It will remain basal. The middle cell. So, suppose this is the mass of the divided cell after the process of division. So, middle cell will continuously divide and will form, and the division is not in one specific direction, neither periclinal or not anticlinal or transverse. It is in all directions. So a mass of cell is being formed. This mass of cell is going to get modified into plumule part, radical part, epicotyle, hypocotyle, embryonical node, axis, and even suspensor also. And at the top, this one, which is this one, it is the dividing part of the terminal, and this will divide to form a cluster of cells, and this cluster of cell in future is going to get modified into the cotyledon. How much cotyledon? Only one cotyledon, that is in the form of a dicot, in the form of a monocot plant. So actually the modified structure will not look in this way. It will be looking in some other way. So how it will be looking? This is going to develop into the maximum part of the embryo. This will form the cotyledon, and this will remain as such. And in later future, it will get degenerated. This basal cell in future will get degenerated. So how it will be looking actually? So to show it, see, this is the basal, and over this basal the middle cell will acquire a shape of this ball. This is from the basal, this is from the middle, and the terminal cell will slightly bend in this way to actually form the cotyledon. So this is the actual structure. This is developing from the terminal, this is developing from the middle, and this remains the basal, right? This end, which is actually the plumule end, will be covered by a sheath, and this will be called as coleoptile, which is actually the plumule part, and it is the future shoot. This will be also covered, this end will be also covered by a sheath, and this sheath is actually the coleorhiza, which is the radical, and it is covered by a sheath, so called coleoptile or coleorhiza, these two. And this is basically the future root. This region from here to here becomes the embryonical axis, and the end, just the region just below this coleoptile, this part is called as the, I should write it here, this is called as the epipotile, and this end is called as the hypopotile, and from the region from where the cotyledon, this is the cotyledon, a single cotyledon, so monocot, and this end is called as the embryonical node. So this is how the monocot embryo gets developed, right? And this is all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.